that mean it's working? There's a red light?
If there's a red light, it's working?
Yeah, I think it's.
I think it's on.
Cool. So, ECM Licensing Board for June 5th, 2017. Before we get started, open it up for public speak. Anyone who has anything they'd like to speak to the board about that's not on the agenda? Okay. Approval of minutes for May 1st.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for May 1st meeting.
Second that, all in favor?
Right?
Opposed?
Abstain.
Thank you. So first up, 515 La Casita Azteca. Now, it was my impression, that, here, could you get my, right here? That really all we need to do with this is to enter this into the record, since we've already approved this, the fact that you have included the notice to the abutters. So, since it's already been approved, I would just entertain a motion to approve the inclusion of the notice to the abutters into the package that is the approval.
I make a motion that we include the abutters notifications into the application that has been approved.
Second that,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, good. You are all set. So we'll just put our save for her over there. All right, so Our Lady of the Valley? Hi there.
I get two of them.
You have two of them?
Yeah,
All right.
And a nice,
And what? And the Rotary?
nice club,
The Knights?
nice Columbus, August 27th.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's start with, no. I've got Rotary and Our Lady.
It should be nice in Columbus for August. It's good for Columbus.
Just let's see what this is there.
This is Annie's and, it's not on the agenda though either.
Knights of Columbus. I've got two Rotary Club.
Yeah.
That's you, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's do Our Lady of the Valley first then.
Now let's go back.
So, Our Lady of the Valley, do you want to explain this to us, Mr. Bednarz?
Just for beer and wine,
Okay. What's the event?
festival.
Okay.
There's big signs you see around town.
Yep. So that is June 25th,
Yeah,
from noon to 10 p.m.
yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any questions from the board, from the public? No?
I make a motion that we approve the special one-day permit for Our Lady of the Valley for June 25th.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Got two places, right? You're all set.
Okay.
So,
I'll have to come back for the other.
yeah, or maybe call Nikki tomorrow if you thought she had it. So,
Well, he was supposed to.
Two places, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, the Oregon some things.
I'm not saying anything. I know nothing.
Do we give them the blue one?
We're gonna leave it all for Nikki and people want to come back, just so she can have it. Okay, second up, Amy's Place. So this is for Cultural Chaos?
For Cultural Chaos,
Okay.
yes, one day beer and wine.
Okay. And you guys are gonna be doing it out front?
Yep,
Right,
same
and
where
you-
we did before, yep, in that
And you
little
just
roped out area.
rove it off there?
Yep.
Okay, good. And is technically Cultural Chaos supposed to end at 6, or is that when you're ending at
5.
6? Oh, it ends at 5.
Yes.
You have 6 here.
That's, I wasn't sure about the times,
Okay.
but they opened the road back up at 6, so
Okay.
it just gives us time to get everything taken down and
Fine.
go back in.
Okay, questions from the board?
No.
No.
Anyone? No? Okay,
Just what's the date on it?
I'm sorry,
June
10th.
I make a motion that we approve the special one-day liquor license for Amy's Place Bar and Grill for June 10th.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Two places, right?
Thank you very much.
That's that. Yeah, we're gonna keep these for now, so
Yeah, I'll
just.
get in touch with her. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next is abandoned building brewery and New City Brewery.
So this is also for Cultural Chaos,
But
but, there's no but.
there's no but? Okay.
Well, I guess that we were asked by the Cultural Chaos Committee to set up a serving tent at the location of the bandstand, which is the parking lot on Cottage Street.
The municipal parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's gonna be, there's a rope, it's already a roped off area, and we're gonna be having our tip certified people there serving just beer during the event.
Okay. And this is for both abandoned and New City?
We're two of the breweries that responded to the request to serve during the day, so New City couldn't make it, but the application's for both of us.
Okay.
It's right in the parking lot, you said.
Right in the parking lot. I think they set up a stage for the bands, correct?
Yeah.
Did
where
that
the-
last year, right?
The stage has been there every year for Cultural
Mhm.
Chaos, but there has never been a beer garden in the location. It's actually a decision by the committee to try and get more people to hang out by the main stage, because usually that parking lot ends up, the bands are playing to have a few people, you know.
Mhm.
So it's just an effort to try and include the local breweries and also to try and make it a little bit more of a.
Draw more
scene
people there.
At the actual
Right,
stage, yes.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, last year, was it roped off on both the Maple Street side and on the Cottage Street side?
That's a good question. I mean, it would be this year if we had the beer garden.
Okay.
But I don't remember if it was roped off on the other side though.
Okay.
So
Who's responsible for monitoring and is the alcohol consumption within those confines of the actual, within Cultural Chaos? Do you know?
I mean, within that.
Within that specific area?
Within that specific
Right,
area, it would
exactly.
be New City and abandoned building. They're the ones distributing, so they'd be the ones ultimately responsible for.
Now, Cottage Street is, Cottage Street is closed,
Exactly. So
Right.
it's all foot traffic.
Right. but Maple Street is not.
Maple Street is not closed, no.
Right.
Would have to be roped off.
Right,
Yeah.
the way I understand it, it's just in the parking lot, like,
Mm.
Same thing with Andy's and Brass Cat, people are not allowed to bring out and walk through the town with it.
Yeah, and I understand that. I mean, you're just, it's a larger area with more people going in and out. So when you say roped in, now will you be able to enter from this area? Of course, you say roped in, doesn't mean no one's gonna go over under
I
the
know,
rope.
I know.
I'm trying to, you know. But it still means that you can just sort of wander in from
So the-
either direction.
The only ones who are supposed to come in from Maple Street side are the performers. It's supposed to be a loading area only.
Okay.
So that's the only one who's supposed to come in.
So it's gonna have a distinct sort of look to it, where
Yeah.
there's gonna be trucks there with people unloading,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will be, yeah.
There still will be some sort of rope or some
Yeah.
distinguishing mark that says, well, you know, this is this place and not
And
that place.
we'll have to do the wristband thing, you know, just to
Okay.
think about it.
We
So
have
is
wristbands.
that the way that's gonna work? That was my next question. Is that similar to the way it's done at the
Similar to the
Lower Park?
Yes,
Correct.
that's exactly.
Where you have to
yeah.
buy a wristband in order to purchase the alcohol?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Any questions?
No, as long as there's somebody watching, you know, where the vans coming in and out.
Yeah, I
Someone's
think
not
what we'll
coming
do
out.
is we'll end up staffing a volunteer at each of those entrances to make sure that the glasses don't cross the proscenium, you know, or
Right,
or the
yeah,
line.
right.
So-
Because as soon as the van comes in, the gate's wide open.
Exactly, yeah.
And anyone can just walk in.
Yeah, so,
You sort of have to have somebody there.
yeah, I don't think people walking in is as much of the concern as the liquor going out.
Going
So,
out.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll,
Yeah.
definitely, we'll have volunteers at both of the entrances.
Yeah, okay, that'd be fine.
And I seem to remember, I didn't go last year, I seem to remember that there is a bit of a police presence at the whole event.
There's definitely.
There sure is.
Yeah. Yep.
Close the street and you get that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, questions, anyone?
Then I think.
A motion?
I make a motion that we approve the special one-day liquor license for Abandoned Building Brewery and New City Brewery for June 10th.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Two places, right? You're all set. Hang on, whoa, hold on.
Luthier's.
Steve?
You have other stuff on the agenda.
We got something with your name on it here. I mean, I don't know that you need to stick around for this, but I think I do have one question for you. We'll do it next, so, okay?
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, it's just, it's kind of a formality, but maybe you should just stick around.
I'll stick around.
Okay. We'll just skip to this then. So, on our agenda, it's just address correction. So, 108, 112 Cottage Street, that is the correct address.
Yeah.
What happened with that? It was just.
The first time around, it only had the
108.
108.
108.
Exactly. yeah.
Right, so this is just because now it's the
Including the next door
extended
space,
extension
yeah.
of premises, okay, good.
Is
So-
that open now? You have-
No, that's the short answer, no, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as possible, but I mean, we've still got a few hurdles, but it's looking good. but-
Okay.
Good. All right, so, I guess, can I get a motion for the change of address for the license, all
Sure.
alcohol license for Luthier's to 108, 112 Cottage Street?
I make a motion that we approve the change of address for Luthier's Co-op to 108, 1012.
1012, yes. All right, 112.
112.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You're all set.
Cool, thank you.
Thanks, that was easy. All right, next, East Hampton Rod and Gun. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
So this is a one-day license for
It's actually 3 days.
3 days.
Yep.
Oh, 16, 17, and 18, I can see. Okay. June.
June.
And this event is what?
It's our spring fishing derby. It's always held on Father's Day weekend.
At the club, or?
Yeah, at the Oxbow, at the club.
Four PM to 11 PM, 11 AM to 11 PM, and 12 noon to 4 PM. At the Rod and Gun Club.
That's where I'm
What's the address of the Rod and Gun Club?
It's Water Street, I think it's 4.
Water Street.
Water Street.
Where's Water Street?
Over on the Oxbow.
Yeah.
Off of Fort Hill.
I know where you guys are.
Okay.
I just didn't know that was Water Street. How did I not know that?
It's appropriate. I mean-
It kinda is.
I
Isn't,
think
isn't
I-
Water Street off of Holyoke Street?
Yeah,
Yeah, I never knew that was
What?
called Water Street.
I didn't either, and I've signed this probably now, I've been on the board for like
Yeah.
8 years and 5 years.
Water is dog.
So what
Yeah.
do you do in the evenings though when they're not fishing? What else, what other?
Well, the derby's open 24 hours a day from Friday at 4 o'clock until Sunday at 2.
Oh, so
they fish.
people are fishing
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Oh,
Oh,
crazy
okay.
people.
All right. Yes,
That's probably a good time to fish, isn't it?
So is that
I'd rather
an
sleep.
approved street?
I don't know, I floods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
right.
yeah, it has
But I
to-
mean, there is two, so that means there's two water streets in East Hampton?
No, that,
You still go up to East Street
Okay.
one time, you
Yeah.
know, right by, there's like goes under the overpass, the bike path goes over it. That
Right.
used to be a road that might have connected down
Yeah.
to Water Street. At one time, I heard it had to have a bridge to go over the river or
Well,
something.
you're an inspector in town, you should know these
Oh,
things.
don't ask me, there's a lot of them.
I didn't know it was Water Street either.
I didn't know
Yeah, I
that
didn't
either, and I
That's
can
why I'm
remember
reading it
doing
going,
houses down there.
there's no way you guys are having a fishing derby on Water Street.
Oh, Water Lane.
That's interesting. Well, there is a water lane,
I know,
but
Water Lane runs along.
runs that way, yeah, Water Street comes, yeah, goes right off of Holyoke, yeah, interesting. Okay.
Don't do
I
anything
thought
to
it was
get like.
River, I
I
thought
guess
it was
so.
River Road. I thought it was River Road.
maybe I have it
That's
wrong.
it.
Oh, it's, we know where you are, I'm not,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not muddying the.
It's
triangle.
River Road,
Yeah, it might
isn't
be
it?
River Road. or
It's
Yeah.
River Road.
It's
Is
River
it River
Road.
Road?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
keep that in mind, okay?
Well, we'll have to wait because the address is wrong.
Yeah, well, we're gonna actually correct that. Water Street, we're going to
River
cross
Road.
this out and make it
Yeah,
River
They call for
Road.
inspections.
Yeah.
River
But
Road.
think of it,
In case
it's a
the,
River Road.
Yeah.
the ghost of my grandparents who lived on Water Street, they would have none of that. River Road, East Hampton,
Yeah.
okay.
So I
This is my
make,
first time filling it out.
Oh, not a problem, really.
I make a motion that we approve the special one-day liquor license for the East Hampton Rod and Gun Club with the change of address noted to River Road and for the dates of June
17th.
17th,
18th.
18th, and 19th.
No, 16.
No, 16th, sorry,
17th,
17th and 18th, sorry.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. You're all set.
Do-
You
do
just
I
have to
come
come
back
back,
to get-
Yeah, you're gonna have to, yeah, because Nicolette, who's our clerk, isn't here, so she'll,
Okay.
if you want to call her or come by sometime.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for the address.
Oh, not a problem at all.
Jason,
Yes, ma'am.
you can just leave the file.
Yeah.
Figure out, yeah,
Sure.
first thing, okay.
Great,
I was
thanks.
gonna say the mailroom, but it'll probably be locked.
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Rotary Club.
Yes, sir.
So you've got two here?
One-day
Two
events.
one-days.
One is our golf tournament coming up on
Ready, guys.
June 16th.
June 16th.
Friday.
Yeah.
That's a beer and wine. That's just a dinner thing we do at our pavilion. pavilion after the golf tournament.
From 4 to 8, June 16th.
And then the other.
Is that in the park too?
That's at the Park Pavilion 3. And then the lobster bake, which is always Saturday after Labor Day, which would be the 19th.
Okay. Yep. There's tips in one, so is that good enough? Kelly?
Yes, she probably needs copies for the
Yeah.
vote.
So yes, we do have tips.
Can I just have these ones?
I make a motion that we approve the special one-day liquor licenses for the Rotary Club of East Hampton for September 9th and June 16th.
I second that.
All in favor?
I,
Opposed? You're all set, Chuck.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
You guys. You can go.
I gotta wait for more of them.
Oh, he's
You better hurry up.
Oh, that's okay, he's not here, I'm going too. You can't
Two
depend
places,
on
4
him.
places.
Greg, sign it, please.
Good. Good.
Okay, so next and last on the agenda, we have Pleasant Variety and Package. So, I guess, unless any other members of the board have any more insight on the matter, from the licensing board's perspective, or purview, I should say, we are wanting to confirm the number of hours the manager of record for selling alcohol is on the premises. Now, if you could, what is your name again? Could you state?
Shahid.
You are Shahid.
Yeah.
You are the manager of record to sell alcohol.
Yep.
On your application, it states that you will spend on the licensed premises 40 hours per week
In the beginning, yeah, when I applied it, yeah,
in the beginning.
yeah.
Okay. So, now, we aren't in the beginning, so how often are you on the premise now?
I almost every day there, for, I would say, an hour or so, but
Mhm.
not more than that.
Okay. Because, as you know, we've gotten a few inquiries regarding the selling of not just alcohol, but the selling of tobacco, which does not have anything to do with our board. We did consult with as I think the other board members know, we did send a notice to the Board of Health, and the Board of Health essentially just sent us a,
Wait, don't notice that.
oh, don't, I'm
Thank you.
being nice. I'm
Be
not
nice.
saying anything.
Be nice, you get another bump.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Sorry about that.
So at this point, we, as far as the tobacco is concerned, it really isn't, it doesn't really have anything to do with our board. But we are concerned that if you're not on the premise very often, is who is authorized to be selling the alcohol in the store?
Last meeting,
Mhm.
gentleman came with me, he's managing it for me.
He's
So-
managing it for you,
Yeah, so when I'm not there, he's there.
okay?
Didn't we go through this at the last meeting that he can't be a manager?
But he's not the manager of the record.
Right,
Of record, I should say.
and he can't be the manager of record
That's correct.
as according to
Because of his-
ABCC, because he's not
A legal
citizen.
citizen in the United States. That's correct.
Still now?
We're not talking about Shahid, we're talking about the person who is on the premise when Shahid is not there.
He's gonna be eventually, but he's new,
Right.
so.
Okay. And do you have any other employees there?
Yes, his wife also works there, so they both manage basically,
Okay.
which is my sister. And on weekend, sometime they have it, somebody open for them
Mhm.
on the store for a few hours, and then Mr. Majan will come later
Mhm.
on. But that's about it.
Why are you not there? Are you employed someplace else, or?
I started the business, I still own it, but I have, I'm another business next door, not next door, but next to East Works building, which is non-convenience store business, so I'm there, most of the time, but I do visit the store as well.
What's the name of your other store?
Oh, it's the pharmaceutical supply business.
Oh, okay, it's not a.
No.
Right, okay.
How many US citizens are gonna work there then?
US citizen is only me for now. These are legal resident.
You're the only one?
They had green cards though, right?
They have green cards.
They he showed us that at the last meeting.
Okay, well, I mean, I think that the main question really for us now is the
If he's a
lack
legal
of, the
citizen, he's
lack.
a manager, he's fine.
This is correct, but the question is that on the application, it stated that as the manager, he's gonna be there 40 hours a week, and it's already stated that he's not there 40 hours a week. Okay.
Can the
Well,
application?
if he's a legal manager,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine.
I don't disagree.
Hmm?
The only question I have is whether or not the application needs to be amended.
That's my question also, if it needs to be amended, because for the time, the hours that he spends there.
Now, we've asked the question before, whether or not a employee of a store selling alcohol, working a register, technically needs to be tip certified.
I don't believe so.
And I know they do
They're
not.
serving, right?
We were told they do not need to be
Right.
certified.
They're not serving alcohol.
They're not serving. So essentially, Shahid can designate any one of his employees to sell the alcohol. So
Mhm.
really, the main question is whether or not the application needs to be amended as to how many hours you plan on spending on the premise. So it's in my opinion that we've done, as a board, we've done our due diligence as far as any questions about the operation and the selling of alcohol at Pleasant Street Variety and Package. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask our clerk to send you or contact you or email you the instructions as to how to amend this application as to how many hours a week you plan on spending on site. Okay.
Is there any requirement, minimum number of hours requirement?
I don't think there's a minimum, but we would, I just be as accurate as you can be, because 40 hours is clearly not accurate at
No,
all.
I'm not. At the start, when I started that business,
Mhm.
I was the only one, so that's why I put 40 hours.
Right.
But
Sure.
now I moved on and
Okay.
have another business, so.
Any questions?
Now, you're gonna be open quite often, right?
Yeah,
They're open
yeah,
all the time.
7 days, yeah.
7 days,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think you should put down, you know, that you plan on being, that you're there at least an hour a day.
Yeah.
And that you're planning on, you know, spending 7 hours per week.
Okay,
That's
I
fine.
mean, that's more realistic than what's on there right now.
okay,
Okay,
makes sense. Yeah.
good. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, are we doing something for you?
No, I just wanted to come and apologize for not being here to the board. I'm.
Oh, yeah?
Well, no, I was stuck up at the high school with my lifters and I couldn't get out. That's why I picked you.
Okay, not a problem at all.
The other thing is too, is that the Running System, I didn't bring I will be back next month.
For
with
the
Knights of
Knights of
Columbus.
Columbus. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They didn't get the bonding and the bonding certificate, and I didn't want to throw both of them in front of you guys and then
Okay.
say, geez, you do me a favor. I figured I'll just come in next
Okay.
month, let they have all the stuff in.
Perfectly fine. All right.
And can I have one clarification on one thing? 12 to 10 on Sunday, that's it. It says it on the paper. It's not 10 o'clock in the morning, it's not 8 o'clock in the morning. It's noon to 10, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I've been informed from one of our friends who will straighten out later that we can't have it at 10 o'clock.
If he's asking for it 10 o'clock in the morning, get out of here.
Oh, to serve on Sunday mornings? No.
Yeah.
Can't sell, can't, no.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate
Take
it.
it easy. Nice to see
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
Ronnie, try to stay out of trouble, okay?
That's why I sent him here. He didn't have to go home.
He causes trouble wherever he goes.
I know.
I make a
That's what I'm here
motion
for.
that we
I know.
close the public hearing.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Behave yourself.
Thanks, John. Nice to see you.